Hi children, we were learning about redox reactions till part 3, and in this video we are going to have a series of sessions based on rate of chemical reactions. So let's start. Some of the chemical reactions happen in our daily life are given. Do these reactions occur at the same rate? Absolutely no, right? Some reactions occur at a faster rate, whereas some other reactions not. Now observe this picture. How will you increase the rate of burning of firewood? What are the methods usually adopted to make firewood burn faster? We can provide more air, or else we can use the pieces of firewood rather than block of wood, or we can use dry wood in order to prevent the moisture, right? So all these indicate that some factors influence the rate of chemical reactions. Am I right? So let's study the rate of chemical reactions and the important factors influencing it. Nature of reactants and rate of chemical reactions. Experiment 1. The materials required for this experiment are zinc, magnesium, dilute HCl and test tubes. Observe this experiment. Take 2 test tubes. Put a piece of zinc in the first test tube and a piece of magnesium of same size in the another one. Add equal volume of dilute hydrochloric acid in both test tubes. Observe the reactions. Which gas is formed during the reaction? Of course, hydrogen. In which test tube was the reaction faster? Well, the test tube with magnesium, right? Is there any difference in the concentration of acid used in these experiments? We just added dilute hydrochloric acid to both test tubes. So what is the factor influencing the rate of reaction here? The nature of reactant is one of the factors influencing the rate of chemical reaction. This experiment proves that nature of reactant is a factor influencing the rate of chemical reaction. Now let's see how the second factor, concentration, influences the rate of chemical reaction. For doing this experiment, we need W test tubes, concentric HCl, dilute HCl, marble piece and lime water. Take 2 W test tubes. In one limb of one of the W test tube, say A, add few drops of dilute hydrochloric acid using a dropper. In limb of another W test tube A, take concentric hydrochloric acid in the same way. Add lime water in the limb B of both W test tubes using the dropper. Put marble piece of same size in limb A of both W test tubes. Now observe the reaction taking place here. We can see that the lime water taken in the second W test tube turns milky faster than the first one. What could be the reason? Well, it is because of the difference in the concentration of hydrochloric acid taken in the test tubes. This experiment proves that the rate of reaction increases as the concentration of reactant increases. The equation for the experiment can be written as CaCO3 plus 2HCl gives CaCl2 plus CO2 plus H2O. As you know, carbonates react with the hydrochloric acid to form carbon dioxide. That is why the lime water turns milky. From this experiment, you understood that an increase in the number of molecules lead to increase in the rate of reaction. Let's see the reason. As the concentration of reactant increases, the number of molecules per unit volume and the number of effective collisions increases. Consequently, the rate of reaction increases. What do you mean by this effective collision? Let me explain clearly. Collision theory. According to this theory, reactant molecules have to collide against each other for a chemical reaction to occur. All collisions between the reactant molecules need not result in chemical reaction. Only when the reactant molecules having energy greater than a certain minimum energy will undergo effective collision, which result in the product formation. An increase in the number of molecules and an increase in their energy will result in an increase in the number of effective collisions. So we can say, as the concentration of reactant increases, the number of molecules per unit volume and the number of effective collision increases. Consequently, the rate of reaction increases. Did you understand? So let's conclude today's class. In this video, we discussed about the factors influencing the rate of reaction. We learned two factors. They were nature of reactants and concentration. Hope you understood how these factors influence the rate of chemical reaction. In the next video, we will learn about other factors and how they influence the rate of reaction. Thank you.